So, hello, welcome to this new video on our channel Bad Influence. Today with famous German YouTubers from abandoned places, Lost Adventure Hunting, and the driver, der Fahrer, and Katharina. And we will explore an old swimming pool. That's what we were told this should be. But if I look what I find behind me, then I think it's only a skeleton of a building. It doesn't look like a swimming pool. So let's see what we can find here. That's just the right way for barefooters. Goodbye, hasta luego. No, the video is just beginning. So you see, this was the fire exit. This was not the swimming pool. This seems to be a kindergarten in former times after its core removal. So they pitted everything which has been here. So there's no more floor inside, for example, and you can find some interesting things on the wall here. There's written by Kindergarten, Tschüss Kita, the name of the street, and here's something in Arabic, and then you have here, thank you for 2 nice years of formation. And for a kindergarten it's quite big, so maybe this wasn't a normal kindergarten, but a place where they formed kindergarten teachers. Goodbye, old house, thanks for 28 years of diversified work. And here it's written, I will never forget the time here. Maybe this place will be demolished completely. And here it's the group number 3, which says goodbye with a loud teureux, which stands for the sound an elephant makes. And what is interesting after the core removal is what we have here. It's a gap where you can look into the other floor. Here is another one, a bigger one. Look what we have here. That's the swimming pool now, just beside the kindergarten. So they are demolishing step by step this building also here. So this was a kind of tribune here. There are numbers of the seats and of the rows. So maybe they had some competitions here with audience. At least such a swimming pool is a place where many other people have been barefoot before, which is not the case for other buildings I'm exploring. But here you can see it's very dirty. For swimming, this maybe wasn't big enough, I don't know, if you go from this side to the other and back on and so on. Maybe they made some competitions of that kind also, but this was especially for high diving, I guess. So there's a tower and you can jump from the tower into the water and make some crazy figures. So that's high diving, and I think that's what they mostly were doing here. So the sports pool had a depth of 1.8 meters to 4.1 meters there. And as you can see, there are nice graffiti here. So people who really know what they're doing made their art pieces here. And then you also have the necessary abandoned place penis here. Not that nice. No, in my opinion, you don't need graffiti at all in abandoned places, especially not those penises and those tags, as you can find them here. But if you have really nice graffiti, like those on a swimming pool or those above the tribune, then it's quite nice because it can also improve such a location. For example, if you have a boring plant, a hall of a factory, and there are colorful graffiti, sometimes it can just really look nice. And here you have the starting blocks. 6 starting blocks. And here's another pool. A smaller pool for the people not able to swim. And here the tiles are already missing, but the structure feels interesting underneath the feet. But I think there were tiles when this was open to the public. Here you have very small tiles, which is important because otherwise it would be slippery here when the floor is wet and you're going here on bare feet. You can easily slip because you have to suppress the water, which can go into the joints between the tiles. Otherwise you can slip. That's why you choose some smaller tiles here. You know the same effect from your car or from your bicycle. If your tires don't have enough of profile anymore, then it can be very dangerous when the street is wet because you have no profile where the water can be suppressed to. That's what makes it slippery. Nowadays it's very common to have big tiles on the floors of bathrooms at homes, but often these bathrooms, these modern bathrooms, are slippery. And here, in a public place, where you don't want to be liable for accidents, you cannot use such tiles. You have to choose smaller ones. As you can see, there are many barefoot people here represented, which is quite usual for a swimming pool, of course. That was the shower room here. Here were all the showers. You don't even have something to put your soap or your shower gel on it. Maybe there was something here, otherwise you always have to put your soap down on the floor, which is not very practical. And then we have this very large hall, where I don't know what it was used for. We have here some description. There are female names, Sonja, Emma, Ina, Katja and Vanessa, from the left to the right. So maybe here we have photos of children or something. Maybe this was part of the kindergarten here. I don't know. So here is an asbestos warning, and there's water coming from the ceiling. And the floor is wet, so now you can test if the floor really is slippery or not, because it's wet here. That's the way a swimming pool floor usually was. And that here was the main entrance. The public came from here, and then there you had to go to the cash, pay for the entrance, and you also had a shop here. You also had a swimming device shop or something, swim sports shop. And the shop was open only 2 afternoons a week, as you can see. There's even the website address, maybe it still works. Sometimes places are closed, but the provider, which hosts the website, is paid for 3 or 5 years in advance, and then the website is still online when the shop or the place is already closed. There's the name of the city here, but I think it's quite. It doesn't matter because it will be demolished now. So this is out of order. This was an elevator. So the big room here, where I didn't know what it was, could have been the changing room, the locker room, where the people changed their clothes. The entrance for the audience, for those who don't want to go to swim. They went this way. So this is interesting. That's an elevator for food or something. Usually use this kind of elevators for food. So maybe they had a cuisine here, a kitchen where they produced some food for the audience. Maybe you could buy here some hot dogs or I don't know what. Let's go to the basement and see what we can find there. Here's another staircase. You can go upstairs or downstairs. Let's go downstairs at first to the basement, and finally we will go to the second floor. So that's not yet the basement, because there's one more floor to go down, and that's kind of bowling. It's not quite the same at Kegen, it's something comparable to bowling. That was the ground floor here. I don't know what we can find here. At least it's very dusty again here. Okay, these are big rooms, but you can't see anymore what was their purpose. Here we are measuring instruments for the water of the apartment. So there must have been an apartment somewhere here in the building. Maybe the apartment of the housekeeper. So let's take this stairway, because we wanted to go down, and there's only one way to go down, the stairs, which lead downwards, and now we really are in the basement. There's nothing in it anymore. Well, old-fashioned elevators. That's a very bad idea, because sooner or later this will hit the hydrant here, and then the window will be broken. Oh, here is the food elevator and its control unit. It's from 1961. So here we are underneath the swimming pool. Try the stairs first.
The window. Oh.
So you see, here is the window from the swimming pool. You will recognize the graffiti. Interesting. So maybe the machines, the engines, are no longer here, because it's a lot of metal in such a basement of a swimming pool, and as metal is a raw material which can be sold, maybe they disassembled everything already, so that we only find the naked walls here. So you can't really say that it's an abandoned building. So they are just demolishing it, and that's the reason why we can't find what we usually would find in such a swimming pool. Usually in such a place you should find a lot of tubes and water pumps and an engine to put the chlorine into the water and so on, and all that is not here anymore, unfortunately.
Interessant.
That's really crazy architecture here, I think.
Crazy construction, eh?
So, my cameraman is wearing flip-flops and he isn't able to come up here because the friction of his shoes isn't enough. So that's a really huge place. Look how gigantic it is. And if I brought somebody here without telling him what is above us, he would never guess that this is a swimming pool. As we are in a swimming pool building here, it's normal to get wet feet. And I just wanted to check out the room here. Here to store something, maybe some tiles. These are old tiles. They are not new, they are used. Maybe they want to sell them. So this was the entrance of the bowling sports center, but the bowling lanes are not here anymore. But maybe there were 4 or 5 bowling lanes. It still goes deeper into your basement too, and a crazy echo. Do you hear the sound? Here's some mold because it's wet here again. Gigantic building. These are the real swimming pools. I don't know what it was here before. So, say hi to the cameraman.
Say hi.
This is not a wall. Don't shoot the wall.
Dann muss das aufbauen. Das ist Gott.
You are barefoot, so these were not your shoes. So this was the bodybuilding room or something. That's a very big piece of art, isn't it? So let's take a look to the shower. Here is the entrance hall. You had a mosaic here, but I guess it's not Soviet. A nice mosaic, but hidden by the stairs. It's a bad idea to put a mosaic here. They put the mosaic here, and afterwards they said, "Oh, let's make a stair here." So that's all for that building. Thanks for watching this video on our new channel, Bad Influence. See you soon next time. Please subscribe our channel to be informed when we release new videos, and comment down below if you like to. Bye and see you next time. Thanks to my cameraman Molly from Lost Adventure Hunting. This is the driver who brought us here.
Driver.
Der Fahrer.
Der Fahrer 5000.
Ja, und das ist halt irgendwie schwierig auf Englisch so zu machen, dass man das halt auf Deutsch, also dass ihr es richtig schreibt.
Maybe you should change your name to The Driver.